simple horizontal grille. And the reason we put lots of horizontals is to give us width and stability. So, grille coming through, then we have the headlamps, and the headlamps come off a line from the hood, which accelerates down into the lamp. And then there's what we call a little downward acceleration of pinic. The line comes through and accelerates down into the lamps. It's very logical, it's very purposeful. The lights need to be big to get more light out. And so we have a bigger light in the grille. Then the top line of the lamp, so there's a small acceleration here where the shut line, the hood line comes in here. And then the lower line, let's try and get that something like symmetrical on the other side. So this is the core horizontal element of the face of the Jetta. Now this is a dark band, so we'll put a little bit darker in. Now, key element of the Jetta is the extension of the grille into the headlamp. So we have a shape in the chrome piece that sits inside the lamp. This helps extend the width. So the whole width of the face is getting bigger. The car's getting wider, sitting on the road in a better manner. Let's put that on the other side here as well. And then inside here we've got quite sporty lamps. Underneath this we have the indicator, marker lamp. Now the Jetta has two chrome strips, also help making the car look wide. Get this across the other side as well. Now we talk about a logic in a design. This is the top line of the bumper. Now this corner we have here underneath the lamp, that corresponds to a main feature line that comes in and creates the characteristic smile in the face. So we have a smiling line which crosses into the front air intake. Comes through, got a fog lamp out here, both sides. And a number plate in the middle. So the logic of this line accelerating, and this has a change in plan shape. So this line has a pure logic running into the corner of the lamp. Then we have the air intake on the other side. In this area, there's a little change in shape with a lower splitter. Not only is it aerodynamic, but it's also got a very logical reason for existing there. Now, if another thing you look at with every Volkswagen, they've got a very unique feeling about the hood. It's always very flat through here. If you look at any Volkswagen, it's a very flat line. It doesn't have a big shape to it. Different to a lot of other products. That's another uniqueness about Volkswagen. We have the roof coming through here somewhere. Shut line coming in, the hood line coming into the acceleration, just the top here where the lamp is, and at the other side, there's the dark over here. Now, all cars need a bit of shadow. Now, a bit of shadow in there. Now, what we like to do with design is we talk about tension in lines. So we like lines to start thick and go thin, get a very dynamic look. So what I'm going to do here is get this line really dark here, and then it's going to disappear, getting lighter over there. Just basically it looks nice. What we do, it gives you a nice dynamic in a sketch, and it also is what we do with our lines on the exterior of the car, to give them a dynamic, give them change in motion, a feeling a line can have a dimension to it, a direction and a speed to it. So here we can have darkness in there. It's always good to do it with shadow as well. Always looks nice with a dark shadow, with a dynamic on the shadow. The air and taking the lower here, a little more shade. Then we're going to put a little bit of detail on the other side. So what we've got here is a clear horizontal front. You can all understand why I say it's horizontal. But it's got a logic in the lines. The main hood line comes and creates the line through here on the grille. As the horizontal grille line comes through, it has an acceleration because of the intersection with another line. And then as it comes down, it intersects this line. And so there's a clear logic between all those elements. There's a clear horizontal feeling to it, it's got a width to it. Actually, the lines make it stick down to the ground, make it like sporty looking. Finish it off with a little bit of the interior inside. There we go, that didn't take too long to do. And there we have basically the design language of how a Jetta looks, and that's signed by me today, Kuala Lumpur, for you guys. So, Kuala Lumpur 04114. This is how we approach design and description of design. I'm lucky enough to say now we've got a Jetta here, and I think one of my colleagues is going to be in the car talking through it a bit more. So,
Simon, it's lovely to see you, and it's nice to see you made an effort and dressed up for the occasion.
I got in trouble earlier for not wearing a jacket and suit, so apologies. Robert, I've just described the face of the car, the width, the horizontal look of it, the logic in all the lines. I'm sure you've got stuff you can tell us about it too.
I would love to. I mean, the engine under the hood of our Malaysian assembled Jetta is the same engine that powers the existing imported car, and that is the twin-charged 1.4 TSI engine. Now I love this engine. It develops 160 PS and also 240 Newton meters of torque from 1,500 revs. So it makes the use of that power very easy in day-to-day driving. The engine itself is mated to a 7-speed DSG gearbox, and combined they're able of accelerating this car from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in as little as 8.3 seconds, which is very good. But it's not all about performance, because the same engine and gearbox combination also provides class-leading fuel efficiency as well. At 16.7 kilometers per litre, this is a very fuel-efficient car, and with a tank range, in theory, of under 900 kilometers. So while you're driving also, you're experiencing class-leading levels of emissions control. At 139 grams of CO2 per kilometre, it's up there with the competition. So it's very, very good. And actually, already this car qualifies under EED for the 2016 NAP. So it's very good.
I don't think you saw in the presentation, you were probably backstage, but I was describing the side view of the car with the lines in the pillar and the dialogue, how the lines work in a very logical way. I think you were going to say something about the wheelbase and the overall size of the car too.
I am, but first of all, I want to look at the silhouette, because I love what you've done with this design here. It gives a very sleek look, and that aerodynamic look also is one of the key characteristics which contributes to the fuel efficiency. But beauty's only skin deep. Underneath, we also have the front. We have first the suspension, and combined at the rear with a multi-link rear suspension. So this gives the car a really nice, stable driving dynamic. And if you've experienced driving with Simon, then you'll appreciate this. Or if you drive like me, which is very much more sedate around town, it's a much more quality ride. Although I think actually the traffic in KLCC's got something to do with that. But Simon, can you just help me open the doors just 1 minute? Because you're right, I do want to talk about the wheelbase. At 2,651 millimeters, this is quite long. And it also gives the car a very stable ride. But one of the other benefits of this is you get a lot of interior space. And if you're able to look inside the front passenger footwell or the rear passenger footwell, you can see you can carry customers in comfort, which is wonderful. Now, while we've got the doors open, I want to talk a little bit about safety, because safety is very important to us here at Volkswagen. It's one of our top priorities. And the Malaysian Jetta comes equipped with a wide range of active and passive safety features. For example, we come as standard with 6 airbags, one on the driver's side, the passenger side as well in the front with a deactivation switch. There are side impact airbags on the seats in the front and 2 curtain airbags which protect the front and the rear passengers in the event of an accident. You can see here we have ISOFIX in the back of the car, which means you can securely anchor your child seats as well. There is electronic stability control, which really controls the car and its stability when under high speed and changes in direction, which is a very useful attribute to have. We have an auto-dimming rear view mirror also, so when you're driving at night you're not dazzled by the glare of the headlights from the car behind. But one thing I certainly do like is the intelligent crash response system. So in the event of an accident, what automatically happens is the headlights are the hazard lights are activated and the doors automatically unlock. So in the event that the driver is unconscious and unable to unlock the doors, people coming to help are easily able to open the doors, which I think is a very intelligent safety feature.
I didn't know about that before. Thank you for that.
The designers don't know.
Yeah, I just saw pictures, sorry. At the back of the car, I didn't describe this in the presentation. I didn't have time to sketch it. I can sketch it for you later if you like. But it's also a very logical execution of the lines, which ideally matches the front and the side of the car. Very harmonious design statement.
Absolutely. I love what you've done to the rear of the car here. It looks very elegant and very premium, but I want to talk a little bit about what's inside, because the Jetta is a very practical car as well. The cargo load of this car is about 510 litres, which is a huge amount. But if you're like me and you can't visualise that, that is the equivalent to carrying 510 of these. It's a significant amount. And if you need more carrying space, we have a split folding rear bench seat, which you can lower down. Or if you have long pieces of cargo, there's a cargo through hatch, which you can just lower down and just put the items through without even having to move the seats. And last but not least, there are 2 storage compartments on either side where you can keep things like this safe and keep them tidy and prevent them from rolling around when you drive the car.
Not one thing to miss half of my design colleagues out, because half of our design team is exterior and half of the design team is interior. It's worth saying a few words, I think, about the interior as well, because this is where actually there's a lot more time spent than a lot of people realise, not only on designing, but on the feature content as well to integrate it.
So, not only is the car beautifully designed outside, but inside, it's also very ergonomically and elegantly designed, and packed with features to really give you fun and enjoyment while you're driving. So let's start. We have the new radio system, the RCD 320, which comes with a variety of different connectivity media. For example, Bluetooth, there's iPod connectivity, we have an SD card point, USB as well, which provides a very good sound for everybody to enjoy. If you look at the steering wheel, multifunctional, but also covered in leather, which not only looks good, but has a lovely feel and a luxurious touch while you're driving. And these leather tweaks are also evident on the gear knob and also the handbrake. There's cruise control as standard, which is one of those safety items to help combat fatigue on long journeys. And we have automatic 2-zone climate control as well, so you're independently able to cool either side of the car. And there are 2 air vents in the rear, so you can also cool the passengers in the back there.
Can I also raise my seat?
You can indeed. There's an adjustable seat, so you can on both the driver's and the passenger side. So you're able to provide or find a comfy position for your driving experience.
So all we need now is customers for this car, right?
We do indeed.
I think we have a fortunate circumstance today where we have the first customer of the locally built Jetta who's here with us. I think he's going to come on stage soon. So I think you should all put a round of applause together, please, for Gary, who's going to come on stage now. Gary's our first local customer of the Jetta. A little bit energetic and a bit happy about things. I have the key for you.
All right.
Gary, this is my colleague Robert.
Thank you so much.
Look after it.
I will.
I think I have to let you get on with your stuff now, so we'll go on stage and you carry on.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, everybody.